So, the International Online Forum, Global Crisis, Where People We Want to Live, has just ended. It was tough, because when you see all the horror of the consumerist format, you cannot feel anything but pain. And at some point, you can even feel despair, and you wonder, what are we doing on this earth? What are we doing here? And when you realize that you are not the first to see this, as this has been going on for thousands of years, you understand that you want to be the last to see it and don't want anyone else to see it. And despite all this pain, this sadness, at the same moment you experience great joy and happiness, no matter how paradoxical it may sound, but it is so, because you know the way out. And this is what every person really needs today. Each of us must know the way out, because any sensible person knowing even a small part of what is happening in the world today will not want to live in it. And it is hard to just pretend that this is not here, to turn a blind eye on it. And if this happens, it probably does only out of fear and a sense of hopelessness. But when a person knows the way out, then he behaves in a completely different way and acts differently. And he will no longer be able to turn a blind eye on it. Because when you know that you can change evil for good, well, you simply cannot betray yourself, your loved ones, and all of humanity, you know. Therefore, yes, it is a great joy and happiness to know that there is a way out, that there is the creative society, and that we are already building it together, shoulder to shoulder, with the loveliest people on earth, and we will definitely win. We will defeat our main enemy, climate. And we will change this consumerist format to a creative one, because we are people, we want to live, and everything will work out for us. Everything is already working out for us. Thank you all very much. Many thanks to Igor Mikhailovich, Jana, for their constant support, for being with us both in word and deed, in the most difficult times, especially in the most difficult times. And it means a lot to us.
Hello friends, I want to thank you for your participation in the conference. The truth is that you were great. The job that we all did was great. I am very happy about it because the truth inspires and motivates us to move forward. Yes, we can build a creative society. And today's conference was the most vivid example that if we strive to give our best, that day will be closer and closer. So thank you again. Thank you for all your efforts. I love you all very much. I want to thank Igor Mikhailovich because the truth is that he is the source of our inspiration. He is the one who lights the flame in our hearts. And living with you is the best thing that has happened to me in my life. The truth is that meeting people like you is wonderful, and I feel it deep inside. We just need to wake up and express it.
I've just watched 5 hours of the forum Global Crisis, Where People We Want to Live. And I have to say that I absolutely did not expect what I was going to see, despite the fact that I have been involved in the Creative Society project for 3 years now, trying to inform people from my environment and on social media this information has shocked me. We can't even imagine it. This information doesn't reach us. We don't live in it every day. We don't hear about it. And it's tremendous work that millions of people around the world have done to gather this information. These facts are something unthinkable, something that deserves respect. And I'm very ashamed that I do so little and that I stick my head in the sand and that I pretend things aren't so bad. Now I realize that my comfort zone is I do something, I mean I have merit and that's enough. But I still don't realize what I might actually face. No one can imagine it until one has experienced it. And I don't want to experience it for myself. So the first 5 hours of this forum have motivated me to be even more active. And I definitely want to talk to people more, take more videos, telling them why they need to act in order to live tomorrow.
On May 7th, there was a conference, or rather a forum. We are people, we want to live. The situation in the world has deteriorated, and is deteriorating even more day by day. Humanity is heading for the abyss. Each person deprives himself of the future, hoping that he alone can do something. We need to unite. Unite in order to inform each other in time. We need to get ready now to confront what is coming. Time is catastrophically short. There is virtually none of it left. The regions where severe disasters have not occurred yet, where people are now sleeping peacefully, it does not mean that the catastrophe will not reach them tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow, or in a week. This is a short time. The earth is one for all, like in the movie Butterfly Effect. If something happens here, it will echo there, and that's reality. We all feel it. But we don't want to admit to ourselves that the responsibility is ours alone. It will come. It will come to us where each of us is safe now. And as long as there's a chance, as long as there is still time in this calm situation to do something about it, we need to act. We are human beings. We want to, and we must live like a human beings.
Hi you guys, my name is Riki. I'm a volunteer for the Creative Society, and the forum that was presented on May 7th was pretty shocking and sad, truthful, honest, and very open, and it speaks to your heart what's happening in our world. But cyclicity is happening, war is happening, crimes against humanity is happening. It's happening everywhere. And we as people, we let it happen. And this is a fact. You can't deny it that you don't let it happen, because we do. And it was heartbreaking to hear how volunteers in the Creative Society were in Ukraine with this war and still, risking their lives to bring information for the forum, translating for the forum, and doing everything they needed to do for this forum to reach everyone around the world, to make sure it was done right and presented well, and they did. They risked their lives for this. The stories are saddening. It's heartbreaking to hear, and but it's the truth. They want the Creative Society so bad, They want us to be free, and they risk their lives to bring this information to everyone. The forum that we brought to you as volunteers in the Creative Society brought truth, and the truth is hard to swallow, but it's the truth. And no matter how you want to place that truth aside, you can't place it aside because it's a fact. That what's happening in our world is really, really happening. And if we don't do something now, if we don't build the Creative Society, two things are going to kill us. In its consumerist format, it's either going to be war or it's going to be the climate. And in the Creative Society, we change it all, you guys. We flipped the pyramid upside down and we placed human life first. That is the number one foundation. Human life is above all things. And I love the Creative Society with all my heart. I defend it with all my heart and all my soul because I know it's the right thing. Education, safety, security, proper information, everything given out to everybody, distribution of funds, prosperity for all mankind. What could be better? I just don't understand what could be better. Working 4 hours a day and being completely happy. So I implore you all, you can go to thecreativesociety.com and go to the about on the main menu. Go to about and scroll down to the A Foundations. And there's so many wonderful things on the website. We got other conferences that we had. You can go in and watch those too. You can join. You can make change. That's what you can do.
Hello, friends. Yesterday, I watched a live forum, international forum. We are people, we want to live, which was simultaneously interpreted into 100 languages. And about 180 countries participated in this forum. Of course, this is a high-profile and large-scale event. The forum is aimed at ensuring that we do wake up and before it is too late. Switch from the consumerist format of society to a creative one in which every person's life is valuable. Now, the forum is definitely shocking. Specifically, the provided information about refugees, about wars, about CO2, on which trillions of dollars are spent, about military budgets on which trillions of dollars a year are spent. And at the same time, about millions and hundreds of millions of people who are undernourished, who lack food and water, who are dying every minute because they simply have nothing to eat or drink. And we're fine because this isn't happening to us. We don't think it's going to affect us. But, well, literally, 100 kilometers away, 200 kilometers away, 100 kilometers away from where I'm walking, there's a war going on already, and terrible things are happening. Well, because that's the way we decided to live, treating each other like animals. And at the snap of particular leaders' fingers, we run to kill each other for an idea. A brother killing his brother. Surely, it is scary, but the climate is worse. It does not take any captives, does not give delays, does not regroup troops, and does not negotiate. It just attacks all of a sudden and takes the lives of thousands and thousands of people. Guys, what I want to say is that I want us to wake up. Unite, gather our scientific potential and direct it toward avoiding climate threats, toward saving everyone. So I encourage everyone to check out the Creative Society project and join in. Without you, without all of you, we can't do it.
I'm currently watching the international forum Global Crisis, where people we want to live. It's very hard to watch, but it is necessary. We are really going through some pretty difficult times right now, when due to our ignorance, to our sort of inhumanity, we have reached a certain impasse in our development. The wars that we are starting are terrible. But we don't see the main thing, what's coming for all of us soon. And now all of us, absolutely all of us, are facing the one and only enemy, climate change. What is happening to the climate and what people are facing has been compared to a war, a terrible war. You know, when they showed what happened in Ukraine, Bucha, Irpin, Mariupol, and at the same time showed what happens to countries where tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanoes wake up. You know, the picture is the same. It's horrible. It's terrible because people lose absolutely everything all at once. They can't do anything. No one has warned them. And they face, even the survivors, what do they face then? With absence of food and water, medicine, help, not even a basic roof over their heads. And this is our consumer society. If we, people, do not unite now and begin to build the creative society, then the horrors that have occurred in the cities of Ukraine will happen to everyone. And now the choice is up to each of us. Do we let this information pass us by, walking away, saying it's no big deal? Or we will do everything we can to stop the nonsense of the consumerist format? In order to do this, we just need to join forces and build a truly beautiful world, because we have the power to do so. Please watch the International Forum Global Crisis, where people will want to live in your native language.